Carolyn Doobie here. What's the play for today? Well, today I'm playing around with a texture tool that I found while perusing the very spacious IKEA. This thing, well, it's a placemat, but it's really, I think, far better as a texture tool. Well, I couldn't decide which color or colors I wanted to do, so I decided that meant I should use the entire rainbow for this. Now, because I'm working on the 12 by 14 gel press plate, I've got plenty of room to bring in the entire rainbow here. I'm going to get 6 colors on here without any problem. And by problem, what I mean is mud, because I really want the super bright rainbow to go with the texture from this placemat. Now, I was so excited about doing this, I didn't even set up my workspace before I dived in. I probably should have a piece of paper over there, something that I can clean my brayer off on as I go from color to color if I don't want to get that mud thing happening, which, if you've seen much of my stuff, you know I really don't want mud. Now, as I walked through IKEA, there were so many potential textures in there, so many things that I could use on a gel plate. But IKEA is not the only place that you can find things like that. Hardware stores have wonderful selections of tools and toys and things that can make patterns, as well as dollar stores. And I'd love to know where you love to find your interesting textures down in the comments. So go ahead and leave a comment down below, letting all of us know where you like to find your most interesting textures for making gel prints. Now, I only bought one of the placemats because I just needed one to make textures and pattern on gel plates. But I have to say that the way the placemat looks at the end of this video makes me want to run out and get a whole set of them and actually decorate the entire table's worth of them this way. That way there can be a rainbow with us at every meal. I'm getting a little distracted by all the color in the rainbow, which does happen to me pretty easily, and I'm getting that last color on there on the plate, so now it is time to bring in the texture. That very exclusive, very, very sophisticated texture of the placemat. Now watch my technique as I carefully place it, measuring with precision where it's going to go. Yeah, didn't measure anything, just kind of plop that right on top. And then I'm just patting on it with my hands to make sure that I've got good contact. That way all that wonderful texture in that mat transfers onto the plate. And so why am I doing it quite this much? Because it seems like I might be going a little overboard there. Well, I was. It was just fun to do, so I kept doing it. All right, so I've got the pattern in there and I'm going to bring in my piece of paper. Since my paper is smaller than the plate, what that means is I'm going to get the entire piece of paper completely covered in the rainbow and pattern. I'm going to push the paper down, that way I'm sure I've got good contact between my paper and my plate, and I'm going to lift it up to see what rainbow fun is waiting for me. Well, I'm loving this print, but I can't look at it too long because I got paint on that plate and I need to get that picked up because I don't want to waste any of that pattern. Now the papers that I'm using are some of my brayer cleanup pages. I am putting some color on those and some pattern because obviously there's pattern in that color on that plate, and I'm just letting it build up on there. One of the advantages to using a gel plate to do something like this is none of the paint ever gets wasted. It always gets used because in some way it's going to build up on a print. And if I was trying to build up the color in layers this way, yeah, with a paintbrush, I just couldn't do this. But if you put a gel plate in front of me, I definitely can build up layers like this. And I'm just going to continue cleaning up any damp paint that's on there by moving the paper around and just picking up what I can. So this is the Ghost or Cleanup print, and then this was the very first print. Now both of those are pretty awesome, and I gotta say, usually I have a favorite, one or the other, but thanks to this rainbow placemat, I can safely say, not today. It's a complete tie for which one I love the most, and that doesn't happen very often. And then on top of that, I'm thinking about doing more placemats so I have a complete set for the table because it was so easy to get all those colors onto those placemats. Well, thanks so much for joining me for today's play, and thank you for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.